In 34, Love It happens every Friday, Saturday and Sundays, and we like to highlight fellow Malaysians who are unique and has got an extraordinary talent, and we just give them this platform to get to know them better, talk to them, and also understand them. And today, joining me in the studio, before that, please, for those of you tuned in via radio sets, you can please go to our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and hello, hi, I'm streaming live on TikTok Live as well. That's TRAXXfm official. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for our guest in the studio. His name is Imran Syafiq. Hello, Imran.
Hello, Didi.
How are you, Imran?
I'm good. I'm good.
You know, you are dressed so culturally today, and like I'm just wearing a shirt. And for those of you on TikTok, I think it's about time I flipped the camera and showed you our guest. Mana sini. There you go. That's Imran, guys.
Hi, everyone.
So, Imran, how was your drive here? Did you drive?
Yes, I did. I drove actually from my teaching class just now. From Subang, yeah.
You ditched your class and you came here?
No. I finished my class and then I came here.
Okay, no, thank you so much for making time for us, Imran. So, you just told me that it's been a long time since you've been on radio.
Yes.
Oh, I had an interview.
Correct.
Am I making you feel nervous now?
Exactly, yeah, actually.
I thought I'm like a teddy bear, lah. Anyway, you are here to talk us through about the art of choreography, and you have unleashed something inside the guy. I'm telling our audience, like, yeah, they think like choreography, right? So what's the big deal? He can put a dance routine together, right? But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you, Imran, tell us what art form or what dance do you actually have mastered in? Go ahead, Imran.
I'm not saying that mastered it. I'm still learning though.
See, I want to use the term. If I use the term, they know what dance it is.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
So I'm actually majored in Indian classical dance Bharatanatyam.
And this man here has already performed his Arangetram. It's pretty much a graduation lah. When you've gone through all the lessons and to graduate, it's called the Arangetram. You've done that.
Yes.
When did this happen, man?
My Arangetram actually happens in 2017.
Wow. So now I'm going to ask you the $1 million question with all my guests. Why this? When did it start? Who inspired you? All these questions in one. You please stuck up lah. Let's go.
Okay, so I was being introduced to Bharatanatyam actually since my days in Aswara, which is from the Faculty of Dance, National Arts and Academy. So where we are introduced a multicultural dance syllabus. So we do not just learn one type of dance but various dance lessons. So Bharatanatyam is one of the compulsory dance that I have to learn.
You had Bharatanatyam, you probably had Mak Yong, and you had everything, but what made you pick Bharatanatyam
as major?
Yeah, you must have had something close to your heart, like wow, something must have like wow, the wow factor. What?
I think I'm drawn to Bharatanatyam because of its complexity. Bharatanatyam actually have a lot of components. So it has, one is of course dancing skills. You need to be able to dance and using different muscles as well in Bharatanatyam. So you're not using your normal muscles, but you have to use your eyes, you have to use your shoulder blades, you have to use your neck muscles and such. So for me that is very, very interesting.
To bring the expression, the bhava.
Yes, and you have to act like what you are saying now. So you're not just dancing, but you have to be expressive in terms of using your face, which usually dancers tend to forget because we are using body as a language. So, and a part of that, because of its rhythmic skills, it challenged me as a performer at that time. And, you know, to be able to execute the movements in that position, which is the Aramandi, the sitting position throughout the whole dance, is something that
sakit kaki, sakit pinggang.
that I look forward to.
So how many times your dance teacher like, hey?
Oh, selalu, always.
Sit down. It's like a half squat, but it's like, oh man, it's thing. But all this happened when you were in college, and how long ago was this?
Well, I enrolled in Aswara in 2011, and then so it's 3 years diploma and 3 years degree, and 2 years after that I completed my Arangetram.
Lovely, my man. Right. So you've come a long way after all this, and right now I hear that you are the managing director of Ask Dance Company. This is your own baby?
Not my own baby. It was actually founded by my big boss, which is Professor Dr. Joseph Gonzalez,
Okay.
one of a dance pioneer here in Malaysia.
Absolutely. I didn't know this part. Now I know. Good.
Yeah, so in 2016, I became the managing director of this company.
Okay.
Yeah, managing the full-time dance company. So it is one of the two full private dance company here in Malaysia.
So now in your dance company, do you only specialize in Indian classical dance, or it's across the board?
Well, I teach everything actually with the company, but mainly I teach Bharatanatyam as the company class, as one of the repertoires, but I also choreograph Chinese dance or Chinese repertoire for the company, as well as contemporary as well.
Wow, wow. I'm still a bit like when my producer Zah mentioned like he does Indian classical. I say okay, because there are many people. I mean, in Malaysia, regardless of race, religion, they have just picked up the art form, and Bharatanatyam is something very cultural, very how do I say this? Eccentric. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Now when it comes to me, I'll let you know. But you decide to embark. It's like okay, let's try this. Were there any repercussions? Were there any backlash? Like, I mean, they did teach the art form, but now to take it to the next step and performing the Arangetram, completing it all. Did you have any like rejection or people say like, why this?
Yeah, actually, it comes from my nearest relationship, which is my dad. It's actually my dad was pretty shocked.
Well, if you don't mind sharing that thing with us, please go ahead.
So he was very, very worried when I decided to major in Bharatanatyam.
Okay.
But then I explained to him that I'm taking this as an art form, a medium of movement vocabulary so that I can express myself rather than think of race and religion, but think of it as a universal language that can express myself as an artist. Hence, when I performed it, he was like, oh, okay, so this is it. You know, I'm performing Bharatanatyam for like 1 hour or at least 2 hours in my solo debut. And he was like, oh, he is really serious in being a dance artist. And I think not just that, this also goes to the credit of the previous pioneer that we have in Malaysia, such as Datuk Ramli Ibrahim, that has been
worldwide recognized.
Yeah, worldwide recognized and enable the younger generation to step into this interculture and cross-culture experience. So I think, yeah, the backlash is definitely everyone asks, why Indian dance? Why cannot Malay dance? You know, it's always that. But I do feel it is more interesting for us to find different ways and different languages, if I may, using dance language to express myself. So some are drawn into Malay dance, some are drawn into Chinese dance and other dances, and I'm pretty drawn into Bharatanatyam.
If you ask me, right, well, my ethnicity, I'm Indian, right? If you ask me to go sit down through a whole Arangetram or a Bharatanatyam performance, I'm not lying. I'm going to own up on national radio. I'll get bored. I will get bored in 10 minutes. Like, yo. Okay, never mind. I shall just sit down calmly. So hence I don't go for recitals. But sometimes your close friends invite you, you just go sit down there lah. Courtesy, but yeah. So now you are the managing director of this company, this dance company, and you've got all this art form. You have mastered and you picked up one. So how's that journey been so far? Your teaching, and how do you put all these things together, especially when you're a company, right? People hire you to like, hey, I need a performance.
Yes.
And that whole process.
I think the journey has been a roller coaster ride, I would say. It's not easy being a full-time dance company here in Malaysia.
Why is that?
I think one is about sustainability. Of course, funding is one of the biggest factor. It's very hard.
I like how you say one lah. It is the main factor.
The main factor. But I mean, we are lucky because we are currently funded by one of the foundation, which is Yayasan Saim Dabi, for our community outreach project. So through that, we actually connect with the community where the company teach dance for free 2 Malaysian citizens and such. So and this phase actually we teach introduction to Bharatanatyam and Chinese handkerchief dance. So imagine one Malaysia, the whole Malaysia actually dancing and learn about Bharatanatyam and Chinese dance. And previously we have done like Malay dance, Malay classical dance and other forms. So through that we are able to sustain ourselves and we are able to support ourselves as a full-time dance company, but as well as to keep our standard as a dance company is another journey, because I would say we need to be able to sustain the standard and to have a certain standard to be able to recognize worldwide, globally as well as locally. And the dancers that we hired are not just normal dancers. They are actually dancers from institutions, graduates from different performing arts institutions, learning different art form. And their daily jobs is just coming to the studio, have classes, have technique classes of different genres, silat, Bharatanatyam, ballet, contemporary, Malay dance and all, so that we can perform it with a certain standards to the clients. So to be able to maintain that is not easy.
It's very, you see, from the way he's telling me, for those of you can look at his face, his facial expression, that says it all. Not everyone can just keep it cool and like a straight face and express all your problems there in that one question I asked you. Thank you, Imran. Thank you for being
no problem.
Because this is the whole idea of me having you, us having you on the show, because we want you to come on and let us know what exactly you're doing, the problems that you face, so that other fellow Malaysians will understand, like, okay, it's not easy. All they know is that they are just waiting to criticize, find fault, and there you are, putting all that aside and come across. So now, the kids that come for your classes and you teach, right? Are they all across all fellow Malaysians from different races?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for our community outreach project that we did, it's actually nationwide, and most of them come from primary school, normal government primary school, and also secondary, and some tertiary university as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So like recently, I just came back from Sarawak. So we did a production there called Menempa Tari Tradisi di Bumi Kenyalang, as well as our Forging Traditions Unity Through Dance. So we taught 2 locations of dance workshop there in Kuching and in Santubong, and the response was just amazing. The hunger from the students actually really amazed us, and we had only 2 days teaching them these 2 dances.
Was this for free again?
It's free.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, and then for them to dance, to be able to learn Bharatanatyam, and it's so funny, but it's so interesting.
Did they ask you questions? Because in East Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
This form of art is not big at all.
Yes.
It is something unique, and I'm sure, like, for us on this side of Malaysia, anything on Sabah Sarawak, like, whoa, we're just mind blown. So what kind of questions were they asking you about this art form? I'm just curious.
They were asking a lot of questions. They were asking like, okay, why does it needs to be barefooted for Bharatanatyam? And then and then I mentioned that every time you want to perform the dance, you have to open the class and close the class, which is called the Tatikum Bidal, whereas it's a salutation before you start the class, and then when you finish
of
the
course,
dance.
Taekwondo, Karate also
Yeah.
with something and end with something.
It's similar with like our martial arts silat, right?
Yes, correct.
When you start the silat, you have to do the bunga silat, and then you finish, you close with the bunga silat. So it's similar. So you have a certain ethics and restrictions. And they were saying, oh, why do you need to wear the bells? Then we was like, oh, because of the rhythms. It challenges you as a performer. So if your rhythms are off, then people would know you're a bad dancer. Yeah, but they are really like, okay, we want more and we want more. Can we have this again and again? So we're like, oh, unfortunately we only have 2 days with you guys, but if we can, we definitely want to do this more often.
This is what you say. Okay, you know what? If you all really want more of these sessions, go look for a sponsor.
Yeah.
And reach out to them, and things like this will be possible. You know what? We're going to take a short break for the news at 4 o'clock, because you actually going to be... No, my producer didn't ask you earlier. But I asked him a week ago, on Wednesday, is he going to dance for us? He said, I don't know. I said, you ask him. And you agreed. Thank you so much, guys. Imran's going to be dancing for us later on. And we're going to take a break and come back. This is In 34. And joining us in the studio today is Imran Syafiq, who is a Bharatanatyam dancer who completed his Arangetram. Don't mess. TRAXXfm.
Malaysia Madani, it's Kevin Francis with the 4 p.m. news update. The Pahang government guarantees impartiality when delivering aid and services to all citizens, including those in opposition constituencies. Menteri Besar smuggling attempts at Kuala Lumpur International Airport on November 1st and 2nd. Central Zone JKDM Assistant Director General Nurlila Ismail reported that an 18-year-old male passenger arriving from Europe was detained after scanners detected suspicious items in his luggage.
In 34, love it. This is me, Double D, and of course, in our studios today, we've got Imran Syafiq, who is a professionally trained, graduated Arangetram Bharatanatyam dancer, and it's been a pleasure having you here in the conversation. I love to have guests like you because I ask one question and you answer for 5 questions. That's good. So which means I don't have to prompt you all the questions. I just wait for you to answer now. Kenapa? Don't worry. And guys, today he's also going to be performing for us. But before we get into that part of our interview today, now the challenges that you face right now in your industry, go ahead.
As mentioned before, I would say definitely we do not have.
Besides the money part.
Okay, beside the money part Okay, beside the money part.
Okay, there's nothing. We move on to the next
Alah,
question.
susah. Tak ada cakap tadi.
Okay, and now with the technology of artificial intelligence, and in fact, there are lots of performances that use holographic images where they people are dancing. They are not there on stage, but they are there dancing. Wow, what's your take on this? The future of technology incorporated in dance? Already kita ada lampu-lampu, LEDs and stuff like that, right? But what's your take on this?
I think it will be an interesting exploration to bring dance in different mediums, collaborating with different mediums, I would say. And I think that it's something to think about when it comes to fresh perspective,
Okay.
using technology.
All right.
But how do we still using dance to express your intention as an artist?
Okay.
So if it's about entertainment, then the LEDs and all, it's good.
Okay.
Because it's very light, it's very. But when it comes to deep art, you have something to tell within. Hence, I think technology can be sometimes. I would use this pretty tacky, where it's just a copy and paste kind of thing.
Yes.
Just put one multimedia back and then you dance through it. But how can you make it meaningful with your dance?
Okay.
Would I say need a more deeper thoughts and critical thinking if we are moving forward with the technology.
All right, I got a few more questions. I'm thinking, should I ask you the questions now and then let you dance? Because after you dance, you have to catch your breath.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just ask you now, lah. So,
Yes.
if someone wants to start dancing, what's your advice to them?
I would say go for it, follow your passion, and prepare for a marathon, not just a sprint. Because I think dance as a career, as well as a learning experience, is very, very long. But at the same time, you need to be able to sacrifice some of the things. It's similar like sports, DD, if I can say. So, like athletes have only a certain period of time when your body is
A shelf
ready.
life, yes.
Yeah, a shelf life. So it's similar like dancers. So when you hit your prime time, that's where you go for it. So when you're still young, you train your body and you train your body hard and smart, of course, knowing when to stretch, knowing when to warm ups, and not just arrive to dance, but do your homework as an artist, as a performer, as a choreographer as well. And then from there, try not just to move, but to be able to think as well as another skills.
If people just are finding it lazy to hit the gym or something, dancing is an art form which is very strenuous. It's invigorating. It actually moves all your body parts. You can use it as a form of workout.
Correct. It can consider as a body conditioning for you. So that's why they have the Zumba salsation and such, because it's mostly aerobatic. You're using your body.
Don't ask me what kind of dance I do lah. This is one big stuff. Never mind. I provide.
Okay, you can dance with me after this.
That is
Producer
that's not going to happen here, okay?
Why not?
I'm the host, you put me in the fix, okay? Nobody's going to handle this. Okay, guys. She's trying to run away. I mean, I would love to try, but yes. Imran, what are you going to perform for us today? You shared this piece here for us. What is it before I play the song? What is it actually?
Okay, so the item that I'm going to perform is a Jatiswaram item. It's all a Nrita item, which is just a pure dance in Raga Bahudari and Ragam Rupakam, I think, or Adi.
The talam.
Yes, the talam.
Okay. So you asked me to cue this at 1:10 for you. So please, Imran, move the chair, take your position. Producer Zam, make sure he's okay. For those of you who are watching this on our social media, alamak, he went down. Okay, I'm going to just pass this to my producer, Zamhiro. Okay, here you go. So,
I know.
yes. Okay, are you ready? Imran, I'm waiting for your cue. If you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. I'm going to turn off the mics and then he'll get to hear the music. Let's go. My man, Imran, wow, what? Okay, now he's going to catch his breath. Okay, this is just amazing, my dear friend. Thank you so much for doing that.
Pleasure, actually.
That was very, very nice, I would say. So, for those of you who like to come and see, what's your, before we go all that, is there a latest project you're working on? Something that you like to share with our audience? Nobody gave him water, lah.
Latest project. Wow. Actually, I just finished one big project that I did, as I mentioned before, in Sarawak. Upcoming project will definitely be next year. My company is producing one big project in May in PJ Pack. But as a personal project that I would like to see, can hear me panting.
I know. It's okay. This is real radio, man. There's no need to sugarcoat it. Make sure you just catch your breath. So he just told us next year he's going to be doing this in PJ. And is this your own direction?
No, this is with my artistic director, but I'll be producing this show with my company.
Okay.
But at the same time, as individual, personal project, I would definitely want to pursue or explore my previous project, which is titled Mahsuri. Yeah. So last year, actually, I performed my solo, which is a margam. It called Nadi, The Pulse Within, and I choreographed a piece titled Mahsuri in Bharatanatyam.
I was just... Dude, I should have asked you this question earlier.
So
because my question is what's your future project? And then you tell me Mahsuri in Bharatanatyam?
Yes.
And we're the only one who has attempted this in Malaysia?
No, not worry.
In Bharatanatyam, you know.
In Bharatanatyam, I think so. Yes.
You've seen a Mahsuri production, yes, but in full-on Bharatanatyam representation.
Yes. I think it's a premiere. And I did that last year using a fusion of gamelan music and using the legends of Mahsuri but portraying it in a Bharatanatyam way. So it's an expression dance.
You know what, Imran? I don't own the station, but you know what? We like people like you, your future projects or things like that, because you're showcasing Malaysian talent out there. And we would also love to provide a platform to let others know that such a thing is happening and they get to be part of this. So if they could follow you on your social media, his name is actually down there. You can see that he's what's the handle? Imran Syafiq?
Imran Sanchez, but you can find Imran Syafiq as well.
Imran Sanchez. Dari mana ni datang Sanchez?
It's one of the name that I like lah.
Okay.
Feeling sikit.
Anyway, Imran, congratulations and thank you so much for spending time with us today. I'm truly impressed and I'm glad that you decided to go down this path, because now other Malaysians might get inspired by watching you, seeing you on stage and picking up this art form.
Thank you, Didi. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me today.
No problem. Any message you'd like to share with our listeners?
I think I would like to give a heartfelt gratitude to my teachers as well for allowing me to learn this art form. So, teacher Shankar Kandasamy, Vasuki, and Mala Gunaratnam, as well as my partner that I did Aringetram with, Kimberly Yap, if you're hearing this, and as well as Professor Dr. Joseph Gonzalez, because he is the one who enabled me to learn this art form.
Well done. Are they all tuned in? Are they all listening to us?
I guess so. Hopefully they are listening too.
I hope they're watching. I hope they saw what you did there.
And then I think just to be able to share this with our fellow Malaysians, that just know that Malaysia has a lot to offer. And of course we are a pot of culture and everything is rojak, if I could say.
Yes.
And that is our speciality. That is our signature. And people would like, what this guy is doing, a Malay boy, a Malay guy doing a Bharatanatyam, and a Chinese girl doing Bharatanatyam, and vice versa, a Chinese girl doing Zapin. And I think this is more meaningful, where dance blur the boundaries across races and religion.
Champion.
And how we can unite ourselves as Malaysians through dance, I would say, is more meaningful and more, as an artist, I would say lebih bermakna lah, compared to just portraying multicultural as it is.
How old are you again, Imran?
I'm currently 33.
Okay, guys, he's very young. The necessary people tuning in, maybe if you're running for office, the next cultural minister, you just have a speech there, lah, bro. Thank you so much, Imran. You have a wonderful day and have a great weekend. And we at TRAXXfm would like to wish you all the best in your future projects and endeavors. And if you ever need a platform, I cannot sing, but you can just say, Didi, please come for the show.
Okay, definitely. Honored to have you.
All right, guys, this has been yet another edition of In30 for those of you watching us on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much on TikTok Live. I will just continue a bit more before we wrap it up. But yeah, thank you, Imran.
Thank you, Didi.